When the crown is too heavy and the sash is stifling, there is a hidden vulnerability in many pageant women that most people don't see. And today, I'm going to talk about it. Why have so many pageant women, women who seem to have it all, taken their own lives? Well, the truth is, behind the crown, there are many pressures that you don't see, including the weight of perfection, endless scrutiny on our bodies, our words, and our lives, isolation, being seen but not truly known or appreciated, and the silence and the stigma that surrounds mental health. But here's what matters most. Mental health issues do not discriminate. The crown will not protect anyone from depression, anxiety, or even feeling like they want to end it all. Remember that it is okay to not be okay. There is no weakness in seeking help, and seeking help saves lives. I served as Mrs. Black International Ambassador 2021, and I definitely understand the struggles and the stress that comes from pageantry. But I also understand that there is so much stress that so many women face in all types of activities, in all walks of life. Unconditional support and understanding is needed, and support saves lives. If you are in pageantry, don't let anyone shame you and make you think that because you have a crown and a sash, that you shouldn't feel the way that you're feeling. Do not let anyone make you think that you're just some silly pageant girl who's being dramatic. It is okay to ask for help, and you are entitled to work with someone who understands what you are dealing with. You see, pageant women are human. They just chose a sport that uses a crown and a stage. Rest in peace to all the pageant women who have unfortunately lost their lives too soon due to taking their own lives. If you or someone you love is struggling, there's no shame in that. Text 988 for immediate help, because every queen and every person deserves the right to shine on stage and off. I hope this helps. Take care and bye-bye.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So today we're talking about the beautiful, the lovely, the late Tyra Spaulding. I think it's Tara or Tara Spaulding. I don't want to mess up her name by saying it wrong, but this beautiful young lady is no longer with us, and I'm only making this video because someone reached out to me on Instagram, and I believe she's one of my followers on YouTube, reached out to me and asked that I should make a video about this. And I really didn't want to make it, honestly, because I was so sad to see what this young lady went through, and she recorded the whole process, and I was sitting there just watching the video, and I was just so sad to see how she was struggling in quiet. You know, well, she would talk about it when she was, you know, doing the whole Jamaica, Miss Jamaica, Beauty Jamaica pageant. She basically was talking about what she wanted to do and what she wanted to help people with, which was, you know, mental health. And a lot of people don't take mental health seriously until it's too late. So
former Miss Universe Jamaica, Tyra Spaulding was found unalived in her home. I believe they found her yesterday. They found her hanging from her bed frame with the assistance of a pink curtain tied around her neck. The former Miss Universe contestant that was representing for Jamaica was only 26 years old. What's even sadder about the situation is that she had been crying out for help for months. If you go to her TikTok account, you'll see her literally saying that every day she wakes up and her mind is telling her to just jump. She says that this is not what she wants to do, but she hears the voices in her head, and every day they get louder and louder. The very last content that she posted to her account before she took her life, she stated that she believes that God is no longer, just because of all of the torment that she had been going through in her mind. We're talking about a beautiful, intelligent, ambitious woman that for the life of her could not understand why her mind was telling her to end her life. And as I continued reading more about the story, in my mind, I think of Miss USA 2019, Chelsea Christ, who also took her own life. Now, I understand that she also had other contributing factors as far as her relationship with her mother, but this is too another woman who had so much potential but did not want to live. Which then made me remember that there was a former teen, I don't know if it was Teen USA or Teen America, you guys can correct me in the comments, but she too came out stating that she was fighting, literally fighting the thoughts of suicide, suicidal thoughts of romanticizing death. You understand? All because of a botched question. All of a sudden, like being in that space makes them feel like this, which led me to believe that it's time that we address the elephant in the room. Something sinister is taking place in these beauty pageants. Personally, I was never a big fan of these competitions, these beauty pageants. I never liked the idea of finding divinely feminine women, because it's not just about their looks. These women actually had to have beauty and brains. You understand? They had to have talent. They needed to come with a certain skill set. All right. So I never liked the idea of finding all of these divinely feminine women from every country, every city, every state. You understand? Placing them all under one building for competition. And to be honest, I do not like women in competition in the same sentence. I do not believe that competition is for women. That's for men. So the fact that they're all in competition with each other, standing side by side each other to be judged by men, I didn't like it. I never liked it. But then my mind is like, think about it. They're finding divinely feminine women from each country, each state, each city, placing them all under one building. They're all there, easily accessible. You understand? And to me personally, I feel like divine feminine energy is the highest frequency of energy that you can siphon. And now a lot of these women come out afterwards with all of these mental illnesses, these mental problems, these mental challenges. It reminds me of Hollywood. It reminds me of the music industry, the film industry. Because what the fuck is going on in these environments where these bright, aspiring, you understand, determined, these bright lights go in and then they come out dark. They come out with some type of spirit, some type of heaviness on them, to the point where they're fighting thoughts, they're fighting urges, they're fighting the thought to take their own life. And who's to say that's not something that was placed in them when they were in that environment? You understand? Have you think that you want to do this to yourself, and in actuality it's some type of sacrifice? The entire gathering all of them together under one building seems like a ritual or something. And maybe I'm taking things a little bit too far, but one thing I do know is that women are under attack. Women are under attack. We're constantly under attack, especially divine feminine women. Divine feminine women are the most sought after. So do what you will with that information.
I graduated from the University of the West Indies with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting and a minor in economics, first class honors, and my advocacy surrounds mental health, specifically suicide prevention, because a lot of young people nowadays are ending their lives, and I believe there's more that we can do to save them from themselves. I should be the next Miss Universe because I am bold, confident, authentic, and driven. And I believe I have what it takes to bring home the first Miss Universe crown for Jamaica. A fun fact about me, I I like monkeys and I hope to own one.
I am Tyra Spaulding, a contestant in the 2023 Hyundai Miss Universe Jamaica Beauty, Fashion and Wellness Pageant, proudly wearing the sash Virtual Reality Jamaica. As we celebrate 61 years of independence, I want us all to reflect on the many achievements of our little island. Jamaica is a global powerhouse in the field of athletics. Did you know that Jamaica was the first Caribbean country to go to the Winter Olympics in 1988? And now, the Reggae Girls and the Sunshine Girls are delivering a historic performance in the netball and football World Cups. Our culture has a huge imprint on the world, from our reggae music to the Blue Mountain coffee, the jerk chicken. Oh, I love my country. And the best part is, it's 100% ours. No one else can claim ownership over what we have. I'm so proud of my country. Happy Independence Day, Jamaica.
The world still moves on even though we lost a Jamaican queen to mental health. The world still moves on. Everything continues. Like it never mattered. Check on your friends, please.
My mind is trying to kill me. And if I do nothing, I am going to die, guys. Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and hang myself. I am fighting for my life. Where do these thoughts come from? I don't know.
See, this is 26-year-old Tyra Spaulding. She was a contestant in the Miss Universe pageant representing Jamaica. And for the past, I'd say 2 months, she had been posting YouTube videos talking about her mental health struggles and talking about these constant thoughts that she was having of ending her life. And unfortunately, this week she was found hanging from her bed frame in her home in Kingston, Jamaica. It's one thing when people pass away and, there's no signs, no clear signs. But in her videos, she's literally talking about the voices that are in her head. She even said that it feels like there is 2 of her. And I want to play that clip for y'all, and then I want us to talk about it.
It's like there's 2 different me's. One of them wants me to live, and one of them wants me to die. They want me to die. Eh? It's me against me. Why do we do it? Why? Is it the devil possessing us? I don't know. Like, what is this? Something keeps telling me that, life would just be easier if I wasn't here, like...
When the enemy can't take you out, he tries to manipulate you to take yourself out. And it's so crazy that it's like, Tyra knew exactly what was going on. Her spirit man knew what was going on. The Bible tells us that we have to take every thought captive and bring it into obedience with Christ. And that's because every thought that we have is not of us. She said that it feels like it's 2 of her. And that other being that she was feeling was not her. It was a spirit. It was an unseen being that was trying to influence her to take her own life. The fact that she even said, is it the devil possessing us? And kept questioning why she was having these feelings. As someone who has dealt with suicidal ideation, it breaks my heart to know that the enemy won. I know a lot of times when people are laughing and smiling, people don't see the pain behind what they're saying. But this just goes to show you that suicide can look gorgeous. It doesn't always look like what y'all think depression looks like. So we have to start taking the things that people say more seriously. Bring it to the attention of people that can actually help, and stand in the gap and pray for your friends. This young lady did not deserve to pass away like this.
This is how former Miss Universe Jamaica contestant Tyra Spaulding tragically died. Tyra Spaulding, aged 26 and known for her grace and advocacy in mental health, was found dead in her apartment in Kingston, Jamaica. Her relatives discovered her on the evening of September 23, 2025, allegedly hanging in her bedroom with a pink curtain tied around her neck. Authorities are investigating her death as a suspected suicide. Tyra had been vocal about her struggles online, speaking candidly about daily suicidal thoughts, her battle with depression, and the immense pressure she felt after stepping away from her 9-to-5 job. In her final posts, after he started to post on TikTok and YouTube, Tyra warned her followers of the dark path she was walking. She said her mind was battling against her, a side of herself that wanted to live, and another part that wanted to end everything. Now her death has sparked grief, shock, and deep conversations about mental health in Jamaica and beyond. The Miss Universe Jamaica organization called her a radiant soul and urged her community to come together in remembrance.
Recording, you know, in case. I mean, who knows? Suppose one day I just get up and decide to, like, bro, it's that serious. Like, when somebody doesn't have any options and they don't have a plan, that is some serious shit. Like people kill themselves over stuff like this. Like, people in my position, like, they lose their job. I remember, what's that guy's name again? Twitch or something like that. He was working with Ellen DeGeneres. They stopped the show and he got laid off. That man booked a hotel room and blew his brains out, all because he lost his job. Like, I'm just trying to show you guys how serious this situation is. Like, I don't have a plan, and that could very well happen to me because, you know, I don't have any source of, like, income, no means of paying my bills next month. I don't have anything stored up. Like, this is...
Alright, I am Jeremy. So I've been on TikTok for a period of time and I've never once came across Tyra Spaulding page. However, it has been reported that she unalived herself. She committed suicide, allegedly. No, I've never came across her page. Never come across her page until this happened. Now, since we come across our page or one onto our content, then we go up on our page itself. And you can see that Tyra Spaulding was literally trying to stay happy. She was literally trying to stay alive in almost the whole of our content them. Like me look on our page and on our content them and we can see the hurt in her eyes, and the content doesn't tell us, yo, she's not authentic in what she's doing. She's forcing herself to do this. She tries to stay happy, she tries to stay alive. And me ask myself, like, nobody saw that this lady was hurting. Like, she not have a friend who see the pain in her eyes or even her content them. Like, it's like, even when I post them, she was so happy you can tell her she's not happy. Yo, Jaja. Yo, check for one friend them here, please.
Former Miss Universe Jamaica finalist Tyra Spaulding found dead after sharing heartbreaking plea, "My mind is trying to kill me." Now, she was a finalist of Miss Universe Jamaica back in 2023, and she had an amazing light. She was found hanging from the curtains in her apartment, and she was seen on social media, you know, discussing her mental health, saying how things were taking a toll on her mental health. And it's unfortunate that her life has ended this way. You know, you see these beautiful women competing at these pageants, and you don't always think, like, what could they be going through outside of this? But it's clear things were hard for her, and she was crying out for help. It's unfortunate, you know, that she couldn't get the help that she needed, and who knows, maybe her family and friends were trying to help her, and if they were, this is really unfortunate, because you never know what could be the final straw for somebody. My prayers go out to her family, and if you know anybody who's suffering with mental health issues, please help them, give them the resources, talk to them, be a shoulder they can lean on, just listen to them. You never know how you could, you know, help them or change their situation, okay?
So guys, I'm seeing a video going around with a young girl. They think she committed suicide, or they said suicide. And I guess she's pretty young because she has entered some competition, beauty competition and thing. And what a lot of people don't realize, that mental illness is really active, and a lot of people going through it and they're scared to really talk about it. And which is sad though, you know, it is sad because there's a lot of people who go through their mental illness and people think they're, you know, they're talking bullshit, you know, and so it's not right. Like, I am seeing that this girl maybe entered the competition, and I don't know if she won or she lose, but after entering the competition, maybe she think she was gonna be in a better place in life, and then maybe it doesn't work out, and now she have to maybe find a job. And she's such a pretty young girl, she's a beautiful girl, and then she think that she's so pretty and not to be going through stress, you know. But stress is for everyone, whether you want to be good looking, ugly, rich, poor, you know, everyone will go through stress. But what is so really I feel bad about is the fact that no one taking it serious, you know. This girl, I see they put up video with the girl, and she was talking about another part of herself that was saying to kill herself. And I know a lot of people go through that, you know, because there were times when I was young and I feel like I can't make it in life. Me maybe never think to kill myself or whatever, but when me young, but it is a thing that parents need to come together and teach their child that we went through this and that, and you know, and it's gonna be good. You just have to fight life. So I'm realizing that this younger generation doesn't think that anyone else go through problems, you know, and they think they're all alone. So people who are going through it because they don't come out and talk, it is affecting our young generation. And being mentally challenged is real. And growing up, there was a lot of things that mentally challenged me, you know, and is not all of us strong enough to bear it and go through it, you know. I mean, the liberty of life to keep up with the bills, but especially when you get older now, you have to go up on your own. Man is another one. Having relationships, you know, having friendships, you understand. So at the end of the day, it's like there is a lot of stuff that can be a challenge to being. Excuse me, my phone keep ringing. Hold on. Right, so I being a person that grew up with a lot of stress, and I had to handle a situation like where my mom had to go away and I had to be staying with people until I get big. That is one. Continue doing my schooling, certain things I never understand. Getting older, trying to be on my own now, paying bills, trying to tell myself that how am I gonna get rich? How am I gonna make money? Then I have my music career, and then the music was so stressful because it's like I get so much bullying and bring down, and you know. So I went through certain situations where I think it was mentally draining for me, you know. But it's not all of us know how to come out of it and survive it. So I think we need to be taking mental illness and stress a little bit more serious, and everyone need to come together. We need to form something that can really let these new people, these new kids growing up, or even older people, anybody who going through it, not scared to come forward and talk about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like the generation of people that I grew up with, the Caribbean country that I'm from. I don't know about foreign or elsewhere, but human beings on a whole, when you're going through down times or you're stressed, people don't want to really be around you. We have to talk the truth. People don't want to really be around you. People just want to be around what is happening for them and what can help, you know. But we have to really, really, really and truly, well, the families and close ones have to really start to take these things serious, because it's oh my, I don't know how to explain it, because through me myself got through stress and depression and bounce back all the time until I know I've been through one that I almost never felt that I would come out of. And I really feel the situation really bad, you know, for this young girl. And I see where it's going to get serious and more is going to happen, you know. There's a lot of these young people committing suicide from the other day. And it don't look good. It doesn't look good at all. You know, we need to really look into mental health. We need to.
Any money said this girl was a strong girl. Me not ask. Me I bet you any money said this girl are the person who would have check up on everybody. Sanitize on a friend group, sanitize on a circle. You can't just have friends where only party them want go have friends where you can only share a business idea with. You need real people around you who can help you deal with you and your thoughts. Cause me not ask you, me I bet you any money say this girl was the sweetheart and the person will check up on everybody. Me not ask Christ. So guys, you see that young lady that's dancing in the beginning of the video. Her name is Tyra Spaulding, guys. She's a Jamaican, former, I think, Miss Contestant Jamaica. She unalived herself 2 days ago, guys. Look at her. Who could have tell that she was so depressed? However, she tried to tell us. She has a YouTube channel. She posted a video 2 weeks ago where she was crying out for help. She was just saying that she has two minds. One were telling her to unalive herself and she wanted to stay. She want to be here. She's like every day she gets up, it's a fight, it's a struggle, because every waking moment of her life she's thinking about unaliving herself. And guys, listen, this is something that she posted on YouTube 2 weeks ago. Then she did a follow-up video saying that she doesn't believe in God. It's like a struggle. It was a struggle for her. She was crying out. But my question is, where was her family? Where was her support system? And mind you, it's not that we're not saying, we don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, because if someone posts a video like that, the best thing would be for the family members to go get her, take her into, bring her to the hospital for mental evaluation, for an evaluation to see where her mindset was. But we all can see, if you go on her YouTube channel, type in her name, Tyra Spaulding, the videos will come up and you will see she was in a bad place emotionally and mentally. And she was just fighting. She has been fighting. You could tell she's been fighting. And I think the depression gets the better of her, where she took her life. It's a sad situation. Depression won, suicide won. Her family members must be going through it. And I know they must be questioning themselves and saying, what could I have done? What could we have done? But guys, listen, I don't know. I don't know how it feels to be depressed, but somebody somewhere failed this young lady. She has, I don't know, those 12,000 people who watched her video, no one reached out. No one tried to be there for her. No one saw it. No one saw this coming. I wish I had seen this video, because I would have, I don't know, guys, but it's a sad situation, sad story. It's just sad across the board. Very sad day. Guys, if you are feeling depressed, stressed out, and you feel like you want to harm yourself, talk to someone, reach out to someone, go to the hospital and get yourself evaluated. That's the best thing. And don't dismiss people when they say they're feeling certain type of way, when they're saying that they're feeling sad and hopeless. Please just be supportive and just be there for each other. Bye, guys. Tyra Spaulding, rest in peace.
Yo, so I sit down and I watch the video them with the young lady who took her life. I don't know her, but watching the videos, it's like she did a ball out in so many different ways. And I mean, being on the outside, it's easy to look and say, oh, but warm to our friend them, or warm to our family, but bro, some other times, like, not everybody is equipped to notice these things and to know when the person is actually crying out for help. A lot of the times people will look at it and say, oh, them just a seek attention, or oh, probably it's just this, or probably it's just that. But enough of the time, like, you have people out here where we look upon and we grudge them life. We don't really know them, grudge them life, we see how them a live, and we feel like say, everything is alright with them. And a lot of the times, those are the people that are in that situation the most. And it's hard because nobody don't ever believe it, you know, because social media now make people think that what them see is real life. And I mean, yo, she ball out for helping us so many different ways and so loudly. Like she said it so loudly. It just, and some of the time, to be honest too, everybody have them own problems. Everybody caught up in them own shit. Everybody are go through them own shit. That some of the times you really don't even take the time to pay attention. And it's really not intentional. It's not like say you look and you say, oh, you know, say my friend really have all out for help and I don't give a fuck. That's not even it. It's just that you also have so much going on in your life that you might skip over the signs, you might not see it, you might not, you know? But I gotta tell you this. You see, if me and our friend, I will take a phone call any day over this. I will take a flight any day over this. To be honest, enough of the time, I'm tired of the shit. But if you notice and will call me, I might not call you back right then. Me I go call you back. And no matter what you see I go on, yeah, sometimes me I go through my own shit too. But some of the time we can go through shit together. I could figure it out. You see me? We will take a call. We will make a trip. We will take a drive. We will take a flight. And hopefully everybody have somebody like that. And me I say still ask for help. Even when you feel like that person will go through for them own a thing and all of that, because it's still better than this. Ask for help. She did ask for help in so many ways. And so the next thing is check on your friend them, especially the strong one them. I say this all the while. The one where you feel like say feed them life alright and everything will go good for them and them always a smile and them always a laugh. We always a smile and we always a laugh because enough of the time we feel like say we have to carry the burden for everybody. And we have to always be the voice of reasoning. And we have to always be the strong one. And you know what? It's tiring. Sometimes it gets very fucking tired. And sometimes it gets very fucking lonely. So check on them people there. You see me? It fuck up. Like I sit down and watch a video of them, bro, and it lick me for 6. It lick me for 6. You know? Check on your strong friend them. Now wait till them fucking reach the point there for you show interest and come on the internet and ball about this and ball about that and make the time while they are alive. And let me just add this because I always hear people say, oh, a coward people and a selfish people commit suicide. That's not a fact. First of all, do you know how much it takes out of you for actually attempt it, much less to fully go through with it? Do you know the point that you have to reach in your mind where you have to feel like you are such a burden on your friends, your family, society, everything to get to that point? When you say a coward people kill themselves, try just stab yourself in your finger. Just take a pin, a regular pin, and just stab yourself in your finger. No phone you can't do it. You get what I say? Like, I just say. So I'm probably a bubble, but I'm just saying.
She's close to the edge.
Maybe what's going to happen to me is, let me not think like that. I was going to say perhaps after I'm gone and let my day starts announcing everywhere. People will, stumble upon, or they will start to research who I am, and then probably they'll find these videos and they'll be like, oh my gosh, she was struggling and she was, know, at least she was trying.
Somebody is close to the edge. Do I pray as I repent? The Lord strengthen us and renew us where we feel like we're close to the edge. Anyone who's in grief or in mourning, may the Lord send his angels to comfort you. Anyone who wants to commit suicide, may the Lord verse that.
I feel like I need to go out and do something because my mind is trying to kill me. And if I do nothing, I am going to die, guys. Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and harm myself. I am fighting for my life.
I saw someone, in the name of Jesus, on a high-rising building, some stories high. And it's like there was a balcony there, but it wasn't a safe balcony. You know, there's no covering, stops about your navel. Someone could easily fall over if they're not careful. But they were sitting out there on a seat. And they were on a phone call. You could see the phone at their ear. It was a female. And it's like there was a frustration. Could spell moaning, could spell enough. Can't take it anymore. But there was also a mood in the vision, as though the person was at the edge.
A troubling clip from a 21-minute YouTube video posted on September 4, 2025 by Tyra Spaulding, a contestant in the 2023 Miss Universe Jamaica pageant. The video continues.
Fighting for my life.
Miss Spaulding's body was reportedly found by relatives Tuesday night with a curtain around the neck. The corporate communication network of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has launched an investigation. This Instagram account with her name has a single post from August 15, 2025. The caption says, "Your girl has been through hell and back." In another video, she lamented that while she didn't want to entertain suicidal thoughts, she was struggling to keep them at bay.
I think this world is truly evil and evil only.
She went further to say she felt as though there were two versions of herself, one who wants her to live and one who wants her to die.
Somebody say, Lord, have mercy on my soul. Deliver me from any situation that represents the edge. Renew me and help me for thy glory's sake and my salvation's sake. Let not the devil triumph over me this season. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. And amen. Please share this message. Share.
Former Miss Universe Jamaica contestant Tyra Spaulding found unalive. Police are investigating 26-year-old former Miss Universe Jamaica contestant Tyra Spaulding, whose body was discovered at her home on Tuesday evening, confirmed that Spaulding was found around 6:55 p.m. with a curtain around her neck. Relatives reportedly made the discovery and alerted authorities. Tyra Spaulding was crying for help months before this tragic incident.
Do not suffer in silence. Ladies, join the Woman Give Birth community. Go to the website and join the community where we offer financial help, spiritual help, mental health help, even counseling. We try to offer the necessary help that females need. And if you're a female in power or any form of system that can help us to offer these needs, you can also join the community and help build the network. Do not suffer in silence. Join the communities that are made available to you by God to get the help that you need. Woman Give Birth. Ciao.
Tyra Spaulding from Billy, come to the front of the line. Who know me come bout? Praise Jah. Yearly Emperor. Good morning to all of my beautiful ladies who doing this morning. Big up on yourself. Pan Friday morning, you know, say me and a man, pan internet, me general them. Big up on yourself. Good morning, God. Thank you for waking me up this morning. And thank you for wake up a few of them. You know, that are cool. Listen to me this morning, people. By now, you see the video with the girl that cry out for help. Tyra Spaulding. Then say she was Miss Jamaica something or Miss Jamaica contestant. I don't know. Somebody tell me in a comment. But I want to say condolence go to the family. But we are going to deal with it this morning. Because we're there. You see certain video I don't like though. I don't know why. But me I going to deal with that one this morning. You see in her life, she look like she did a ball for help. Sometimes she says she want to check out. Sometimes she feel like she want to take pill and overdose herself. Sometimes life I beat her up so bad. Jesus Christ. Ah, me there, man. Me there, God, me there. Me say, sometimes life I beat her up so bad. So, she a think, say, if you take your life, are the easiest way to get rid of your problem. People don't listen to me. Me see another situation where a woman, kids take their life. So we are going to reason. Listen to me, people, and listen to me good. Me know life hard. Me know life rough. Me know enough of we are struggle. Me know enough of we hungry. God me there. God me there. Me say me there this morning, man. Me there. Me there. Me know someone who hungry. Me know someone who suffer. Life does a kick on like a football. Go and come. You know, listen to me, people. But I can tell you something. You don't give up on yourself. And if you don't feel like you don't have two minds and you go crazy, seek help or talk to somebody. You don't take on your life. You don't check out. Now make the devil make you check out. I lie the devil, I tell. Jesus Christ. God me there, man. How are you, man? Me say me there. Me say people. Normally, when me do certain video, the energy. But me want to tell you, me don't want to check out. And people, friends, come below. You know reason we don't know one another. Sometimes some people want someone to talk to. Now wait till it's too late. If you did know, it's a big problem. Because sometimes then they're right in front of your ball for the help. Or a ball for just talk to you. To give them a peace of mind. Some people are fierce. Some people get up every day. And I said, God, what make me want to fear go through it so? What make me want fear suffer so? And then believe in a God and then pray to God. But I can tell you something too. Then as we say, the table soon turn. Listen to me now. When I show you things and what people not tell you. You don't wait for the table turn. You don't move on a chair. And watch our doors open up. And you don't have to move on a chair. You don't wait till the table turn pound. Move on a chair. And then the table will catch up with you. Make that make sense to me, yeah? So, when someone go through a mental problem and you decide to take on a life, don't do it. Because the day-to-day life will beat you up, make you stress, make you frost. The people in America, England, Canada, all when in a month come on our head, mash up. Uno miserable, nothing and go on life hard. Some man no come here, the man them wanna have paper, some man no go through it. Uno each up in a people couch, no money no make. Uno frustrated. Don't give up on yourself. And stop say the table soon turn, move on a chair. You understand? So when me see that young girl a ball for help and I say certain things and he not go check out. Oh God of Nazareth, man. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. The man them we are get up, we are do the 9 to 5. Some man who are struggle. The people them we are sell, some man who are struggle, some man who feel like give up. You not give up on yourself. Some of the police them we are walk. Some man in your head, you not give up on yourself. The soldier, the nurse, the doctor, the regular civilian, you not give up on yourself. Life come with ups and downs. And you have a firm in the Gideon. You understand? So sometimes the best thing to do, I try to find somebody to talk to. And the people them, when some people come try to talk to you, listen to them. Give them a hearing ears. Please, me I beg you. You understand? Because John know, the mental problem now in Jamaica is a big thing. If you're willing to take your own life. I think I treat that now in Jamaica since the other day. The school youth, the school, the from one mother now, she, and then somebody else. But me ain't do no video on it. No matter where life come with, you know, have to hold on. Because on a journey, on a depend. You come out of no matter home, you know, try on a journey, and then you have to go on back. And how you angle your day-to-day activity, every second count, every minute count. If you go out today, I don't only sell $10, is a progress. Because $10 where you never have. Someone in a relationship, problem, you don't stop stretching yourself. You don't stop driving yourself over the edge. Please, me I beg you now. And me do this video this morning in a different room, different space, different energy. Believe. And the people them, hold on. No matter where you're from, in the world, hold on. Life will go better. But you know have to move to it. Some of the people them have their money and have their things, they're not happy neither. They want encouragement like anybody else. So no no feel say money change everything. And who know have to change it? Money does help you to make you get where you want to do certain things. But at the end of the day, you will have you and still not happy. People, leave a comment. You understand? Like and share. And make them know say what? One front line, never two. Anything after that, a knock off. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And TikTok to people big up on yourself, we reach 50,000 followers. That's a code. Out.
This video is for Jamaican pastors. If you are a pastor, watch it. If you know a pastor, send it to him. There's a scripture in 2 Corinthians chapter 2 that says, talks about not being ignorant of the devices of Satan. Paul talks about the fact that we shouldn't be ignorant of his devices, of his plans. And I think a lot of pastors in Jamaica, they struggle with that. They don't have a lot of knowledge concerning the devices of Satan. And it's a sad thing, and it's also something that we're seeing affect the people that they're shepherding as well. Case in point, the young lady, Tyra, that took her life the other day. There's a YouTube video on her channel that she made. I think it's titled My Story, and she was just detailing everything that happened in her life. Not everything, but she give a bunch of revelation about what was going on. And there were some key spiritual aspects to what she was going through that probably wasn't being considered. It was only being looked at from a psychological standpoint. I made a video recently titled Exposing Freemasons in Jamaica. And when I was doing the research on that video, one of the things that I learned was the trickle-down effect of Freemasonry. So in Tyra's video, she said that her father was a Freemason. And one of the things that I was studying about Freemasons that I came to learn is that there's a trickle-down effect of Freemasonry, in the sense that whenever the parent is involved in Freemasonry, at some point, usually in the 20s, their children will begin to be affected by their involvement in Freemasonry. So make no mistake, as I said in the video, Freemasonry is not just a brotherhood. Freemasonry is not just a boys' club of men just doing charitable things. Definitely a demonic underbelly to it. In that, there's the fact that Satan doesn't think about just one generation. Satan wants the bloodline. Satan wants all the generations after. And in Freemasonry, they make certain oaths that involve their bloodline. And when they make these oaths that are involved in their bloodline, you find that whatever demons that are attached to the father who is in Freemasonry, you will find that at some point, usually in the 20s, those demons will begin to afflict their children in some way. And this is not something that I just read about. This is something that I've seen for myself. So that's the first side to Tyra's story, spiritual aspect of things, where definitely the effects of her father being a Freemason did trickle down, and those demons started to afflict her, oppress her. Another thing is being able to identify demonic oppression and demonic possession. A lot of pastors in Jamaica, we have not all of them, I'm not saying every one of them, but a good amount of them, they are theologians and not real ministers of the gospel in the whole entire sense of things. So many of the pastors, they went to seminary and they know the theology, they studied the Greek or the Hebrew, and them have good sound theology. But when it comes to, and so they have knowledge of the Bible, but when it comes to the lived experience of the spiritual realm, they don't have that much experience with that. And that's the problem that is causing many Jamaican people to suffer, because the truth is many of our shepherds are ignorant of the devices of the devil. Many of them pawn it off to carnal things, and pawn it off to, oh, this person is suffering from learned behavior, or oh, this person is suffering from some psychological issue that they just need pills to deal with. And that's not the case. There's a spiritual element to it that needs to be dealt with. So in 2019, I lost my mind. In 2019, I had marijuana-induced psychosis. And what led to me losing my mind and having that experience of marijuana-induced psychosis was the fact that prior to that, I was being oppressed. I was depressed, and then the depression led to unaliving ideation. So I began to see images of me unaliving myself in my brain. Me and the people around me all thought that was just psychological. That was not the case. I was diagnosed with OCD. I was put on medication. I was admitted to Ward 21. I was admitted to Bellevue. And give me all of the medication, all of the harsh tranquilizer medication, and still it never fixed the issue. So first for me, it started with oppression. I was being oppressed by those demons that were making me depressed, and also giving me those images of unaliving ideation. Then afterwards, after the marijuana event, I smoked some weed when I shouldn't have smoked. Some weed where they are sparkle and I just shouldn't smoke it. And that's why the scripture says, be sober. When you are not sober, when you open yourself up like that, you open up your spirit, man, you open up your soul. And with intoxication, that opening up of your soul leads to a void where demons can come in. And that's exactly what happened to me. I was possessed. Similar behavior to what Tyra was explaining in her video. All over the place, I walk up and down, and I have these strange experiences, these strange, how should I put it? It's basically like I was in another world. Like what was going on around me, I was just in another world, and different things that happen. I'm seeing beneath the surface of the reality, and that's what was going on in my mind, you get me? And I would just go off and do these strange things, and go off and just, boy, there was a time in my life, there's a time when like somebody was carrying me to country, for example, from the chill out. I'm just jump out of the vehicle, come out of the vehicle, they carry the vehicle, stop for drop off something. I'm literally come out of the vehicle and run going to our hotel, run go on Sanders. I remember it was Sanders property. I was having, what's the word? I was having delusions, yeah. I was having these fantasies, these delusional fantasies going on, and just this different world just a play with. Eventually, a bag of things happen. But eventually, it's a long story, but eventually recognized and found out that it was indeed possession. And as I say, a long story, enough things happened after that where I think I've shared in the past already. But just to wrap up, to say, yo, pastors in this country, we need for the better in terms of learning about the devices of the devil, and don't just brush them off, because a lot of you brush it off. A lot of you don't take it seriously, and that is a disservice to the people that you are called to shepherd. So if you don't know these things, if you have no idea where to start with these things, you have to do some work. You have to go put in some work. You have to seek God about it, and don't just of your own prideful heart because you read the book, and because you've read commentaries and you've done your theological studies, thinking that you know all. Go back to God and ask him if you have missed something, because the truth is the reality of the results that are before us. You are definitely missing something in how you're shepherding and teaching your people. So please make an effort to start changing how you're serving God's people. Learn about the devices of Satan, because they are crippling and killing your people. God bless you.
I feel like I need to go out and do something, because my mind is trying to kill me. And if I do nothing, I am going to die, guys. Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and hang myself. I am fighting for my life. Where do these thoughts come from? I don't know. I have no idea. They're my own thoughts, but do I want to be having them? No. Do I want to die? I mean, it would be easier, you know, than having to deal with the ups and downs of life. But boy, I don't know. But all I know is right now I'm fighting for my life.
This is so sad. So this was operative word, Tyra Spaulding, 26-year-old, and she was a former Miss Jamaica Universe contestant, and she took her own life. So sad. People, I've always used my platform to advocate for mental health, right? I always encourage people to speak to someone, no matter what it is. Just reach out to someone, talk to someone, seek counseling, seek therapy. It is so important. And the reason why I can say this is because I've been there. I know what it feels like to be depressed, to be sad and lonely. Mine was, you know, I was grieving for my brother. You understand? And I recognized I wasn't clinical, but I knew that if I didn't go and take care of my mental health, it can get there, right? I didn't want whatever it is that I was going through to affect my children. It's not nice for your kids to see you constantly unhappy, because it will start affecting them as well. And I didn't want that for them. So I reached out to my GP and they recommended grievance counseling. And it was so effective. It is so important for us to speak to someone. I think us Jamaicans especially, and maybe not just Jamaicans, maybe just, you know, human in general, we don't want nobody to know our business. Let me tell you something. I'd rather people knowing my business than me stressing. You understand? Than me becoming clinically depressed to the point where I want to unalive myself. You understand what I'm saying? No, I need to be here for not just for myself, but for the people around me. So it is important for us to talk. Talking therapy helps. We have to start talking. We're living in a society, you know, a day and age where a lot of these young people, they get so stressed out because they see others on social media, you know, progressing, living their lives. You understand? When in actual fact, you know, you are where you're supposed to be at your age. It's just that social media, you know, has made it possible for young people to have businesses, houses, you know, luxury cars and, you know, designer clothes and stuff like that. But before social media, everybody was just going at a normal pace. And now for some of you guys, you see these things and you feel like you're not moving, you're not achieving. And then you take it and you put it on your head. A lot of the times, what you see on social media is not real. So don't stress yourself over anything. You understand? Don't think that, okay, you know, you're behind and nothing's happening for you. Sometimes it's all fake. It is not real. They are stunting, they're pretending. And that's where your support system comes into play, right? You should, and it's sad because a lot of these young people, they don't have support system. A lot of you have your moms, your dads, you know, aunties, whoever you live with. Some of them don't even care. Some of them just living at the phone. They're fixated on whatever it's going on in the phone. Them not pay the kids, them no mind. These children, they are struggling. The young people, they are struggling. The little children, they are struggling. I always say, don't just discard what they're saying. You understand, and think, okay, yeah, pick go one side. No, these small things that you think that is small to you, it's huge to them. And it affects them, it bothers them. And that's why I always say, talk to your kids. When them come home from school, talk to them. Put the goddamn phone down. Put it down. When you come from work, no matter how tired you are, check in with them. Knock on the door, check in with them. Sit with them. When you shower on the bed and everything, go into the bed with them. When everything is calm, that's when they will open up and talk to you. Show an interest in the children. We have to start listening to our young people. You understand? We have to. Because this is going to be the end result. And the same thing with Rosalie. See, Rosalie ended up losing her children because she's not there. There's a video floating around with her child saying to her that you don't spend any quality time with us. And they're sad. They need their mom. They need especially their mom. You understand? Especially their mom. Sometimes they're being abused. They're being bullied. But if you're not present, if you don't give them your attention, you're going to miss it. If you're always preoccupied and in the phone, you will miss these things. You understand? So it is very, very important for us to put down the phone and pay attention. You know, I was talking about the same mental health thing, right? And I introduced a mental health tracker where my daughter, she did this way back in January. She started doing it, right? It's a mental health tracker. It's got the months of the year, you know, and the days, right? And as you can see, it says happy, sad, depressed, anxious, nervous, relaxed, tired, exhausted, exhausted and tired, more or less the same thing, right? And down here, panic attack, right? And she started doing it. If you notice, she's only done it one month, the second month, and she stopped doing it because she said, you know, 3/4 of the time I'm happy. And I even said, I remember saying, like, you need to talk to them on days, even when it says yellow, when it says they're happy. Why are they happy? Don't just say, oh yeah, she's happy and everything is good. Why are you happy? Show an interest. You understand? And not only that, sometimes you'll recognize if you're raising a child who is a psychopath because you want to find out what are they happy about, because sometimes they're happy about things that they shouldn't be happy about, and that's how you recognize certain things. You'll pick up certain things. So talk to them. What made you sad on this day? Why were you depressed on this day? You know, where were you tired? What happened? You understand? And that's how you create this relationship and this bond with them. They will open up. You'll hear so many things. You know, I like going to the park with my children and playing and running around and doing things. I like to be present. You have to be present because you see, no, in this day, they put a lot of things on their mind. Our young people are struggling, they're suffering. You understand? And we just have to, you know, we have to recognize when something is wrong. When your kids then lock up in the room, you know, too much, they become withdrawn. They're not talking. Find out what's going on. You understand? No, hug them up and rough them up. We have to pay attention. We don't want no more of these parents. Put down the phone. Put down the phone. Go outside. Touch grass. Spend time with them. Go on dates with them. You understand? We have to start paying attention to the children, to the young people, right? Listen to your friends. Support them. Be there for them. To Tyra and her family, my sincere condolences. My prayers will be with you at this time as you find the strength to pick up the pieces and move on. May the Lord continue to bless you and keep you. Tyra, rest in perfect peace.
I'm just over here doing some self-care, but I think it's very interesting how I can be denied for short-term disability because my therapist put on the paperwork that I'm well-groomed for a mental health leave from my job, but they're beauty queens who, I don't even know how to say it. Rest in peace to Tyra Spaulding. But I just think that's very interesting. I think that's very interesting. I don't know when people will learn.
Tyra Spaulding family and friends, come over here, so real quick. Now, I see everybody posting all over social media about the suicide of Tyra Spaulding. If you don't know who that is, that's the 2018 Miss Jamaica contestant. Yeah, either 2018 or 2017, but I think it's 2018. Recently, she committed suicide. But we know that things hard and we know people do them something over the years. I don't agree with it and I don't think that anybody should take their own life, but I am not wearing the shoes of anybody. So I can only look from the outside and talk, but somebody like me know where strong from the inside, I'm just a fighter me know definitely, so me not gonna go down like that. Putting that apart, after hearing the news, me decide say, yo, me I go check out our social media and think to see like if there were any signs or anything, because me not like if you're a young, bright girl like that just decides say she want to end it all. I really had to find out, was it like child abuse? Was she being sexually abused? Her life just end too short, you know. It's not like somebody took it, she took her own life. So it's serious. So when I went on her page, I realized that she was talking about this whole thing for a very long time. She had many posts talking about how she feel like she want to end her life, voices talking in her head telling her to do this. So my thing is, the friend them and family them of Tyra, when you never see the post them, when you never see say this girl was crying out for help, how it reached this far. I see in one of the older posts people saying, yo, it's not the first time she do it and, you know, calling her crazy and this and that. But if it's not the first time she do it, then all the more we need to reach out to her. I saw where she was talking about how she decided to stop working, things get hard upon her and all these things. And the messed up thing is that until it reached to this point, people don't care about what you're going through. People will sit down and watch you cry and bawl for help, and them turn a blind eye to it and call you crazy, say you're mad. We are parents them there. We never talk to her. More than likely, we must say something to her. I don't know if it was an ongoing issue, but it's obvious that she was going through something. If anybody know anything, leave it in the comment and make we talk, because this right here don't make no sense to me. Don't make one sense. Believe me now.
Wagwan people. Alright, so I have two things to talk about. I have to talk about the Nisha situation with Owie. Yeah, and the family them. I have to talk about Tyra. So I just give my view and my perspective. Now, we could kick it off with Nisha. Nisha was late to rest yesterday. And to be honest, it was disappointed in the fact that her partner wasn't able to see her. You know how bad that look. The family of Nisha is a disgrace. How can you have the person's partner at the funeral and not allow him to see or to say his final goodbye? Come on, man. What kind of people wanna be? To me, honestly, it seemed like, and this is just my perspective, this is just my opinion, would I say it's like them send something at Owie and it actually backfired. That the only logical reason I can really give, because it is really embarrassing to see that the lady was being laid to rest yesterday and her partner, remember, you know, they were together, they just conceived basically a baby, you know what I mean? Them just have a baby together, and all of this take place, and he was like an outcast. I remember when she was at the hospital, he was not allowed to see her. This is crazy, you know. This is absolutely crazy. He was not allowed to see her when she was sick and at the hospital, and even at the funeral, he was still not allowed to see her. Crazy, if you ask me. But all I can say is, don't make them people know where you live. This is a message to you. Don't let them people know where you live. Don't make them come around you. Don't make them visit your house. They mean you absolutely no good whatsoever. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. So I hope you get that message. You know what I mean? Alright, as it pertains to now Tyra Spaulding. Tyra Spaulding, you know, the face look familiar when me da look. Me I see her, you know, cause me never know so she ain't a Miss World. I didn't know she was a contestant on Miss World. But of course read it. But no, me I pick up where me know her from. Me know her from unheard money. She was a girl who used to do unheard money here. That's where me know her from. Anyway, people, if you know hear about Tyra Spaulding, you're probably living on a rock. But based on the videos that I watch, she was crying out for help. I mean, she was battling something. Yeah, she was battling something. And yes, she have friends. We asked her if she was okay or if she depressed, and she said she was happy. So it begs the question, did she really unalive herself? What was she battling? These are just speculation. I don't know. Did she actually unalive herself, or it happens to be, you know, to look like that? There's a whole lot of things around this. Some may say yes, mental health, and based on the videos, she was battling with something. She wasn't happy. She might smile on the outside, but she wasn't happy. She was struggling. Did somebody do her something? Something out of this world? Maybe grip her? I'm just asking the questions. The next question, did someone silent her and let it look as if she unalive herself? I don't know. That's the question. But whatever it is, she was battling with something, and pretty sad, but you know, R.I.P. to Tyra. Was a nice girl, based on the videos that I used to watch with her and unheard money back some 3 to 4, 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, nice girl. So pretty girl too. So I don't know what was the issue, but she's not here with us anymore. People, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about these two situations. Nisha Owie situation at the funeral, at the hospital. Tell me what you think about the Tyra situation. Same way, Tyra Spaulding. People, me out. Rakuten.
Two beautiful souls, Rudy Johnson and Tyra Spaulding, were just taken by suicide despite sharing messages of hope and strength days before. Their deaths prove something very critical. Suicide is most often not a choice. It's a storm that overtakes you. Just a few days ago, Tyra, a 26-year-old former Miss Universe contestant from Jamaica, spoke very openly about her mental health struggles. And Rudy, a 45-year-old former NFL running back, gave an uplifting speech at his hometown Hall of Fame induction ceremony via video. Yet within days, they were gone. Why? Because suicidal thoughts aren't something you choose. They're like error messages flooding your brain, overwhelming you with this magnetic pull towards self-harm. It's your body screaming, you're in too much pain. Listen to Tyra's words proving she didn't want this fate.
Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and hustle. I am fighting for my life. Where do these thoughts come from? I don't know. I have no idea. They're my own thoughts, but do I want to be having them? No.
Tyra's words show how these thoughts can feel unstoppable, but they're not you. They pass. The pain is temporary, even when it doesn't feel like it in the stretches of the struggle. Rudy's speech showed, even with his strength, the strongest need help sometimes. If you're fighting that pull right now, you're not alone. We've lost Tyra and Rudy too soon, but their voices can still help others. Share this video, talk about mental health. Let's remind everyone you don't have to fight this alone and that pain won't last forever. Let's normalize that suicidal thoughts happen and what they are is a heart attack of the nervous system. And in that understanding, there should be zero shame in asking for help and getting to safety until you are stabilized. We're here with you.
People, it's real, you know. Enough time, boy, me I tell you, say we see people and we see some things and we take it so much for granted. The 26-year-old Miss Jamaica Universe, the girl there, Tyra Spaulding, where them find her hanging from her bed frame with a pink curtain around her neck. Me see the news and me say before me even do a video, you know, me want to find a girl a YouTube channel. People, this girl has been crying out for help for so long. Me mean she been crying out for help so loud. Me mean it's literally deafening. How it fly by our friends, how it fly by our families, how it fly by people who close to her and know her. How come they didn't hear this? Me not understand. Or how come they didn't see this? Right now, a beautiful soul, university graduate, a 26-year-old female with a bright future ahead of her. And Janu, me I tell you, them tell you, no man, you see a man face but you don't know your heart. You see a man face smiling but you don't know where I go through. Yo, me I tell you, the videos them, when me look on the videos them, me people, remember me tell you, right now me never done go through her video, and me I say, yo, every aspect of her life she a cry out for help in these videos. And she try, you know. She try, yo, fuck, she try. Cause me a listen to her video and me a hear she talk, she change all her life, she give her life to God, she try. I think she go down every route where she could have go down. One thing me can tell you, me have to respect a man or a woman who can go through the pressures of life and wall out. All when life beat them down and champ upon them. People, you know, easy, man. You see mental health. You see depression. I know something where people rape on them face. If you know the person, you can pick up on one and two things. You can know, say, boy, certain things not right, yes, so certain things nah go on good. You see me? But feel a young girl like that, if me when I know her so much, it would have definitely slipped by me. Because watching her video, all me I see is just a beautiful little young girl, 26-year-old. It's a beauty. To be honest, just a beautiful young girl me I see. You know, we as man already, we look on them girl, the only thing can come to with me. I say, want them girl, I make things that stress them out. It's a man you want to dig out your belly and them look style. That are just we as man. You see me? But I listen to this girl videos them, and how many times she reiterate that why she contemplate about taking her life. She contemplates so many times about taking her life. And I think she even says she attempt it already. The girl go as deep in a one part where she says she did all her work and just a break down in her tears so many times. She a war with her mind. Her mind a try to take her 3 points, and she a war with her mind. Trying to starve off her mind. To not make her mind cause her to do certain things. The girl says she plan out her trip, how to take her trip. She planned so many things. It's sad. It's sad you fuck. I mean, I don't know for me if it's sad that way there. Because when you look, it's a girl where you would even look at to think that life probably is going so wrong for her. Because how wrong can it go? You're a university graduate. You have a bright future ahead of you. You are beautiful, you are intelligent, and all of these things. Like, and everybody brain can manage certain things here. Let me tell you one thing with me grateful for. And me tell people this all the while. Me grew up in a hard, tough, poverty life. You see me? But you see that hard, tough, poverty life that me grew up in. It conditioned my mind for anything difficult. What life can really throw at you where you can't deal with or you can't bounce back from. Your brain just condition how to deal with difficult times and difficult situations. Your mind condition to just do without or just not have. You just feel all the while and a just normal procedure. Because from the get-go you were coming from zero. So what if you don't have nothing? You're already used to that. Everything where you have in a life is a bonus. Everything where me, J Progress, achieved so far is a bonus in a life. Because a zero me start from. Anybody know J Progress or know J Progress family can know a zero the ball game start from. So them think them have to be grateful for how I was raised. My life and everything, because them think they make your brain tougher than for enough more people. You see what me I deal with? Sometimes when I listen to that girl and me I say, yo, wonder if it's the expectation of the world we put too much pressure upon her life. Me wonder if the expectation of this world where she just feel like she, after, you know, sometimes being Miss Jamaica is a burden to itself, you know. You have to keep up your appearance, you have to keep up this, you have to keep up that. You see me, I don't know if them can, and being Miss Jamaica, I don't know if there was a pressure for her to be something after that. And when she realized that she was never that person who everybody expect after the pageant, that's what she would have been. You get to me I say? But me not gonna tell no lie, man. Watching our videos them, it really touched me still, and it goes for sure that almost everybody who have got through them situation always reach out for help, and them reach out in many different ways. And for a lot of people who don't understand mental health and depression and these things, a lot of people may overlook it and not say just them have a style in a Jamaica now, them say, hold up your stress. Some stress they we can't hold up. Believe me tell you that. Some stress there we cannot hold up. If you try hold up that, you broke your neck, your back, your foot, your spine, everything. Some stress there in a life where you just need help. As somebody, you need help for help hold up that stress there. You alone can't hold it up. You alone bring it down on yourself, but you alone can't hold it up. And this is it there right now. The girl in every single one of her videos on YouTube was crying out for help. Oh, our family miss it. Oh, our close friends, they miss it. Oh, people even when know her and close to her miss it. I don't know. She expressed she need help and she expressed everything. Even her views to life and living changed. The value of life was gone watching this girl video. She don't love life anymore. She don't love nothing about life. She don't love her very existence in this world. Yo. Mental health. Depression. Enough time when you see a person but you just don't know what they're going through. Whole heap of people in the world right now I got through the same thing with that girl Tyra Spaulding being through. And it's sad to say, but maybe whole heap of people will end up finding in them house or in them bedroom in a same situation like Tyra Spaulding. Believe when me tell you that.
It just breaks my heart to know that in a lot of communities, especially the Black community, we don't take mental health seriously, especially as a Haitian person. I know that they don't give you room to really talk about mental health, right? Because Haitian parents don't believe that you could be sad or chagrin as a, how do you call this? I don't remember how you say it in English, but it's definitely a thing that is not talked about enough in our community, because a lot of people just assume, oh, well, if you are feeling sad, if you're depressed, that's what it is. Chagrin is like depressed, right? If you're feeling depressed, go to sleep, or eat, you don't have any reason to be depressed because you could have been in a worse situation, like being back home, right? So this is something that I have seen, that I have heard all the time, although in my family we are working on that, because people do have feelings, and seeking therapy and seeking help is very important, especially if you are going through something. It's not nice, or is it fair that you should be going through this by yourself, especially when you're trying to put up a front, try to keep a smile on your face. Meanwhile, people don't really know what you're going through because you're so afraid of talking about your feelings and what it is that you're going through, because that's just not what you're used to. You're used to toughen it up, mit from su, stuff like that. But these are things that are real in our community that we really don't talk about enough. And look at this young lady. Not to say that she could have been saved, but she probably could have been saved, because she's been battling this for a very long time. And when she was trying to, when she was auditioning to be Miss Jamaica, or Miss Worldwide, she basically mentioned that's what she was fighting for, for people who are battling with their own mental, to not give up. And it's very sad to see that that's the one thing that took her away from this world. And the fact that she was basically crying for help, right? She was crying for help, but people did not take it seriously enough, because if they did, we probably wouldn't be talking about this right now. And the fact that she was just going through so much, in silent, and even when she was talking, I don't feel like she was getting the help that she deserved, or maybe she wasn't accepting the help, but she definitely was speaking out and letting people know that, hey, this is something. And I have to be honest, I didn't know anything about this young lady until this thing happened. And actually until I saw a YouTuber talking about it. And even then I was on vacation, I was trying to avoid it as much as I can, avoiding like the plague, because I don't like to see things like this, because it makes me so sad. And I always take people's emotions way too hard. So therefore I don't like to talk about, death and all that stuff. Even though this channel, we do cover a lot of, stuff that happens around the world, but I'm a very, I take on all the emotions. So I really don't like to talk about stuff like this, especially when someone who is so young and so beautiful and, so full of life, all of that. But for her life to end like that is just very sad to me. And I just pray that we will, as a community, get into a position where we would care for each other's feelings and not just, just dismiss it like it's nothing. Because at the end of the day, and I always say this because I've never actually had like room to talk about my emotions, and this is something that I'm working on, because growing up in a Haitian household, they just tell you, well, you should know that you're loved because your parents, provide a house, a roof over your head, food and everything like that. But we literally had to teach my mom how to, say I love you to us and all that stuff, because she didn't grow up knowing that. But now we won't get off the phone without saying, hey, I love you, or, be sweet to each other. But this is something that I had to deal with, where I feel like I can't really talk about my problems to other people, because 99% of the time people are glad it's your problem and not theirs, and people really don't care about your issues like that, so that is the reason why I always internalize my stuff. But this is something that as a family we're working on, and I hope that one day as a community we can get to that position where we can be more open about mental illness and all that crazy stuff that's on in the world, because we're constantly fighting, the world and, trying to be better, trying to see people as more than just our skin tone. And then when you come to your house, you can even express yourself to your loved ones, to your family, for them to actually understand, instead of like making fun of you for actually, expressing yourself. So this was very, very sad to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are struggling, battling with whatever situation that you're battling with, and if you don't feel like talking to anybody, there's always, a number that you could call for some help. And, maybe a friend, maybe you have a friend that you trust with your feelings that you could talk to. But it's definitely important that you talk to someone. And if you get to the point where you feel like you cannot talk to someone, I highly recommend writing things down. Writing things down and burning them will help you release. And it might not work for everyone, but it definitely works for me. Writing things down and burning them and everything, if that's the only way that you feel comfortable enough expressing yourself, because you don't feel comfortable talking to someone else because you just don't feel like they care about your feelings that much, then I believe you can write things down and burn them. So this is one way. Or just, call the hotlines that can actually help you. I'll try to find some numbers to put in the description. But please, I do not want to hear anything about like my followers or anything like that going through anything like this, because I can't take it. I really can't, because it's just a lot. And even if I don't know you in person, I feel like I'm connected to you guys in a way, and I love you guys. And don't ever forget that, okay? At the end of the day, every single day is a new day to start over, and you can always start over. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot start over, because that's a lie. You can start over every single day. As a matter of fact, every moment of your life you can start over. Every minute of the day you can start over. It doesn't have to be in the morning. You can always start over. If you decide, okay, you know what, I no longer associate myself with this past me, start over. Do whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself happy. Go see someone, talk to a friend, write things down, burn it, whatever you need to do to get out of the situation, because at the end of the day, we need you here. You know what I mean? We all need each other at the end of the day. I love you guys.